This is the CBNnews.com update. I'm Wendy Griffith. President Bush is getting a first-hand look at the devastating wildfires in Northern California today. The lightning-sparked fires have burned more than 1,400 square miles in the last 3 weeks. Officials are calling it the single largest fire event ever recorded in California. But firefighters continue to battle dozens of blazes scattered across the state. President Bush plans to take an aerial tour of those areas with Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger later today. For more on this story, go to our homepage at cbnnews.com. On another front, Californians will get to vote on a constitutional amendment which says marriage is only between a man and a woman. The California Supreme Court has refused to hear a case that would have kept the measure off the November ballot. A group called Equality California had claimed the petitions used to put the proposal on the ballot were misleading. If the amendment passes, it would overrule the California Supreme Court decision legalizing same-sex marriage in the state. And on the East Coast, a South Carolina tourism employee has resigned over a controversial ad campaign welcoming homosexual tourists. Last week, this poster that reads, "South Carolina is so gay," was plastered across London during the city's Gay Pride Week. It was created by an international ad firm hired by the state to promote gay tourism. State officials say they will not pay the ad bill totaling almost $5,000. They've called for an audit of the state tourism agency. D.C. residents can start registering for handgun permits today after a 32-year-old ban. Last month, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down the city's ban on handguns. On Tuesday, City Council has approved new firearms legislation. Residents can now purchase new handguns or register any firearms they already own illegally during a 3-month amnesty program. Officials say the gun regulations will remain among the strictest in the country. In tech news, cell phones are now being made smaller and smaller. This is giving prison officials across the country a new problem. The phone's smaller size allows inmates to continue their criminal activity behind bars. Now, prison guards are teaching their search dogs to sniff out cell phones. The trained dogs can find them even if a phone is hidden inside other electronics. Prison officials say the goal is to keep cell phones from getting inside and keep convicts from being too connected with the outside world. And finally, while rising gas prices have most people shying away from road trips this summer, one California family has decided to hit the road in their RV anyway. The Herzog family left their home during the beginning of June, and they hope to hit 14 states in 66 days. Right now, they're headed for Minnesota. They say gas and money isn't much of an issue. With the RV, they don't need to rent hotels or deal with airlines. They say it's more than a vacation. It's a learning opportunity for the whole family. Well, coming up later today on CBN's Newswatch, the latest economic feedback from the world markets and why the U.S. government is planning to send diplomats to Iran for the first time in 30 years. Check your local listings or watch the newscast streamed here online at 4 p.m. Eastern. For more news around the world 24/7, stay with CBNnews.com. At the end, I always need to swallow, and I never have.